Now, if you were to believe everything the press tells you about the current pandemic, then you believe that it was going to be the end of civilization as we know it. It will be the end of the human race and intelligent life on Earth. But unfortunately, having seen this headline this morning, I believe that time may have already come. Students hit back after Oxford Union holds a debate with reality star Gemma Collins, but it turns out to be an advertisement for Sainsbury's. Now, there's so many trigger warnings in that particular headline that I didn't quite know what to do with myself, so I did the only thing I could think of, which was go and get another coffee. Felt like lacing it with cyanide or maybe possibly some cognac, but it is still 9 o'clock in the morning, so maybe that'll have to wait just that little bit longer. So I just scanned the story so you don't have to, and I felt my brain cells and will to live diminishing by the second as I did so. And yes, the title is very much accurate. The Oxford Union Debating Society hyped up an event over a debate on Christmas food, apparently, where they were going to have a very special guest come to the debate. Now, the Oxford Union has been the platform for many great intellectuals, and some sort of really good thinkers. People like Stephen Fry, for example, did a fantastic speech, and if you're on YouTube, which obviously you are, I implore you go and watch that. And some of the other great debates with some of the more controversial characters before they were all cancelled and deplatformed because of the snowflakes couldn't bear to hear an opinion that was ever so slightly different than their own. But yes, historically the Oxford Debating Union, the Oxford Union, the Debating Society, whatever you want to call it, has been platform and host to some fantastic minds and some great discussion. But to host Gemma Collins, a woman who is known and is famous for being inherently talentless, for being loudmouthed, crass, having a horrible sense of dress, being overweight, being mouthy and obnoxious, and just generally a piece of trash human being. And I'm not being deliberately critical of her here. This is actually her whole persona. This is our whole bit. This is what she does. This is why she is famous. Okay, she is famous for being a talentless, loudmouth, obnoxious nobody with very, very limited intelligence. At least that's the act she puts on, and that is the character she has developed for herself. But no, she's now being hosted by the Oxford Union. Meanwhile, colleges are deplatforming and cancelling people like John Cleese, and people like Ben Shapiro and other good thinkers who you may or may not agree with are being deplatformed here in the UK, but we're giving a platform, a mouthpiece, and a stage to an absolute worthless use of blood and organs, and what a lot of blood and organs that actually would boil down to be. And worse than this, worse than the complete desecration of intellect and of real debate and thought and converse in this country. I don't mean converse, I mean concourse. In this country, we actually turned it into an advert as well. So it wasn't even a real debate, which is good, really, because I think it would be a little bit of a one-sided thing. But it wasn't a real debate. It was all just a shell. It was all just a front for basically, ultimately, an advert for Sainsbury's. So I don't really know who's come off well in this, to be completely honest with you. Gemma Collins has come across as Gemma Collins, being, I won't reuse all the words I've used about her before, but yeah, she's not sort of come across any different to normal. Sainsbury's, I think you've shot yourself in the foot with this one, guys. I think your marketing department maybe should forego their Christmas bonuses this year, because yes, bear in mind that Sainsbury's is traditionally known for sort of quality and for a more sort of middle class, slightly above the basic supermarkets kind of motif. I don't think you've done yourselves any favours by employing a fat, loudmouth, obnoxious tart to represent your company. And Oxford, well, to be fair, any credibility you had left, most of which you've lost, to be fair, with your stupid snowflake whinging students and deplatforming genuinely intellectual and intelligent people. You've lost a lot of your credibility already, but I think that last little shred of credibility that you were hanging on to, mainly just because of the name Oxford, I think you've now lost that. So yes, a loser all round, and just something else that had ebbed away at my desire to continue living on a planet with these people. Stay safe and stay sane, the rest of you. Take it easy.